Everyone's favorite bird is here. What do you mean it's not everyone's favorite bird? We're gonna be looking at ToonSlim, the madman himself, one of the best Central Area players. Yes, Central Area, I know. If you've ever been on the official Pokemon Unite YouTube channel, the official broadcast for Worlds like I was in February, you get it in your head that that's the terminology, alright? Toon absolutely cracked at this game, of course. I think many of you guys know with his time on Game and Gladiators, TTV in the early days. But overall, when you think about people who can play any Pokemon in this game, but especially any Central Area, probably any speedster, you gotta go top 5, top 6, gonna be ToonSlim right here. So I'm interested to see what you're gonna bring out, my friend. Rolling with Dodrio. This is a Pokemon Dodrio. At least, I've gotta put caster's bias aside after this, but I love the introduction, the inclusion of Dodrio in this game, especially how it works. I think the mechanics of how the 3 heads work with scoring at different times, that is largely what I'm like in favor of, but also just in general, the moveset being kind of geared towards speediness. Hopefully we'll see that break out right here, and we are on Theia Sky Ruins. I gotta say, this channel has not yet actually covered this map in a commentary. So let's go ahead, we'll see what some of the other players are doing around here. Potato right now. Hopefully you're familiar with this player. A lot of the times was using Garchomp back in the days, rolling with the sword, but wow, just completely decimated right there. Not only was Mew coming, but the numbers. I mean, you had Viper right here, Phantom, but also the sword on the other side. But then Absol's also gonna be going down. ToonSlim maybe coming to the rescue. Hopefully, it's better late than never, right? And it's not really that Toon was trying to be late, had to get the sweet experience. And here it is, ladies and gents. 3 heads are better than 1, at least in the case of Dodrio right now. If you were on the Pokemon anime back in the days, you guys remember, 3 heads actually was a disadvantage with Damien's Dodrio. But look at this. Toon, I think we're going to start breaking it out. You got the tri-attacks, boom, and Potato, just deadly. And we love to see it. A nice 21. Going to be dunked in right here on the top path. Toon now. Maybe a central invade. Yeah, heading straight for Mew. Seeing red. This was absolutely the bull seeing red, man. Toon just went for that with extreme vengeance. Very nice. We're only at about 820, and already I've seen Toon do a lot of action with this thing, so I'm looking forward to this. The Snorlax gonna go ahead and take a res. Zante actually gonna back off of this. At first you might be questioning it, but you gotta look at the mini-map, and you also gotta see that obviously we had Tree, Viper with that Trevenant making the advance, and your sword down there on the, well, it wasn't really on your 6. It was kind of just down south, heading up. That would have been a bad sandwich to be in the middle of. So Potato right now looking to evolve, and that will be it. That final hit is gonna bring us to a wonderful Aegislash as we see Toon right now going against Doublade. Make him back off, man. Plague, send him those warning hits, and then get a few pecks in on the birds. We're not gonna call them the bees, it's no longer Combi and Vespiquen, but of course on Theia Sky Ruins you got the birds. But look at this. The story this time is that this bird with 3 heads is going down for, well, that was about a good 10 seconds almost. And so Potato right now trying to do a little bit of damage in here, maybe back off. The numbers do not advantage you right now unless Zante can maybe help out with this Absol play. Will possibly score here on this top path, so yes, get in this nice 2. We'll send a few shots here at Viper. They are going to put the pressure on, obviously. Birds up once again right here, 720. The timers are at least the same from Birds and the Bees. Potato and Plague as the double P's. Repping our sword today. Aegislash. Viper getting down very low, so yeah, that will confirm those KOs. And then kablamo! That is going to be Toon coming in here as well. Bird versus sword. Hey, I'm going Bird. And that encounter definitely proves so. Snorlax, this is actually very good. This is what Snorlax is meant for. Wonderful, well-timed block right there for Orange. It is going to obviously end up being a little bit futile. It definitely gave him a little bit of time, bought some time for these other players to come on in, but man, it's just at the time of Snorlax's KO, because yeah, as Snorlax fainted, you can see that's when the other 2 arrived. So again, we like to say better late than never, but man, this is where we're going to notice it still hurts for Orange Squad. And so bring it on through, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's actually going to be sword for sword, and one of the swords is down on the side of purple, and then Toon goes down to the sword. So wonderful job if you are that Orange Aegislash right now, also able to dunk in this huge 40. When you dump in that XL in this kind of game, it looks really nice because 101 to 149 is now the score, whereas it was extremely even, very, very close before this. And the Registeel goes down. That is going to be Zervus running as this Mew. We've seen Zervus actually play a lot of Pokemon in their history as well. I can remember a time, no, the Showtime will take him down, but I can remember a time rolling with that Cinderace in the early days. This is all a good blast from the past, ladies and gentlemen, as Orange Team also is going to secure that Regieleki. Don't worry, hopefully get used to hearing Dr. Kendo commentate on Theia Sky Ruins. Yes, it's no longer the Rotom gaming. It is Regieleki time. It's been making the advance right here, and Toon is just going to be annihilated. That was just terrible. If you are Toon, not wanting to get caught on the other side of that sword, I mean, we've had a kind of a back and forth if you consider the KOs for both of these players. Toon gets 1, sword gets 1. Snorlax now dropping pretty low right here. Potato in and out, and then, of course, your human, Mr. Mime. Is that Human? I'm sorry. But yes, they will go ahead and bring Snorlax down. Toon gonna go for the buffs. Excelgor goes down. Maybe also get a little bit of XP on these Baltoy. And hopefully once that's over, join in the fight. Both of these paths would be viable options. You're gonna see Mr. Mime trying to score on that bottom path. Hopefully Zerevas can reach that. It was just a 3, but then another 2. So they'll total 5. The Solar Beam misses, unfortunately, with Mew. This purple squad right now, they are gonna see we are struggling to keep up. It is not as bad as it sounds, of course, ladies and gentlemen. 118 to 170 is not outside of the realm of a comeback. Indeedee goes up right here. They are both certainly contesting for that, so Mew will land the Solar Beam. Mr. Mime appearing to be in a little bit of trouble, but you guys know, especially if you've been paying attention to this map, playing this map, Mr. Mime usually a winner, but Mew will go ahead, triumphant over that one. Notice Potato, just as we come over here with the spectator cam, being brought down by our Snorlax today. I do like to see how this Baby Lax has been playing today. That is high at TTV. Gonna try to heavy slam on out of here, maybe just secure a little bit from the Natu, but man, is brought down by ToonSlim. So Toon gonna go ahead and make mincemeat out of all of this. You've got the wild Pokemon here, plenty of Natu farm. Zante taking care of the birds up above. That is gonna be 9 seconds until we have Regieleki on the map. Toon making quick work of all of this. It's gonna be great. Just stick to what you're doing, Toon. I mean, you're level 13 right here. When you compare that to really both squads, but of course your opposing squad levels above them. In Pokemon Unite, this is kind of miles above, you could say. Regieleki throws down the Electro Web. Will slow Zante down a little bit, but not enough for that Midnight Slash. So there it goes. Potato dropping really, really low here, though. No, there's going to be a series of just major plays coming in clutch right there. Unfortunately for Purple, we will see both of them drop. It was not without bringing at least one Orange down with them. And Regieleki going to be secured by Orange. You can see, obviously, though, Purple has now overtaken by score. So maybe if this Regieleki can touch down, Orange will have that advantage once again. And then the left side team, we're going to see that their special attack will increase with that Registeel. Toon securing that down there on bottom. And Regieleki, it does appear that it will be brought down very quickly by this purple squad here on the top path. Notice the assault on the bottom goal. Of course, we got Aegislash goes down, but also look at this Snorlax. Just, he has one peck away, and there it was. One of those Dodrio heads, thirsty for more. We'll secure that KO. Mew is going to be sent on the run for Orange, but not until you see what happens right here. There is going to be somewhat of an ambush with that Mr. Mime on Orange. So yeah, they will secure that KO, and then Toon, we can finally get a look at it on camera. The triple trample, ladies and gentlemen. That is Dodrio's Unite move. That is going to make you immune to hindrances for a little while, and it's a move that throws opponents in the air and a little bit more, but notice Rins DZ is going to secure the KOs with Mr. Mime here on this bottom path. Zante not quite there in time for an Absol assist, but maybe it could be an Absol avenge. Definitely being overwhelmed. I mean, when you got Mr. Mime and you also have Aegislash, but look at this, they're actually going to bring each other down at the same time. The trade, everybody. Now Zerevas is trying to put a stop to that goal. That would have been devastating, of course, to see a 50, having that scored in, but of course we are close to that final stretch, so maybe consider using that as your chance to dunk in that 50 if you survive this Mr. Mime, which that is going to be negative. Mr. Mime brought out of here. Viper getting a little bit low, but not without making a trade, of course, to Potato. They were both dropping low right there in that exchange. Toon still racking up the levels, although we are going to see now more and more from both squads. Really, we got Absol at level 14 here on Purple, but we also have Mr. Mime at 14, trailed by Mew and Trevenant there, as well as Aegislash for Orange. Snorlax may be looking to score on that bottom path just as the final stretch is coming, so yeah, we do have that final stretch. The heavy slam is down, and can they prevent it? Yes, they will. Snorlax has a 21, would like to see all point values doubled. Potato definitely poking and sticking. You're gonna stick and move, but then obviously be interrupted. Orange Aegislash was ready on that one for the ambush. If you've been out of Pokemon Unite for a while and haven't really seen this map or know how everybody plays on it, it's not always just gonna be that mad dash for Rayquaza, and that being your new legendary pit Pokemon. Instead of Zapdos, you know, usually it was just majorly relying on the Zap Flip or just early pursuit and positioning for the Zap. Notice, Toon, here we go. It's gonna be some 40 dunks in here. A third of that dunked in on these heads, and they're actually gonna go in twice, but then make that last little bit. Maybe just hold on to that, Toon, so that looks nice. This is what I love about Dodrio. You can drop in as much as you want, or maybe say as little as you want, if you can control those heads appropriately. And Toon will actually bring Mew down right there for the Orange squad while we were focused on some other things. Potato, but then Plague is still here on that Orange squad. You gotta hand it to him. There we go. We have our Hundo Duncan, ladies and gentlemen. Unite runs on Hundo Duncan, and I am here for it with Potato scoring that in. Rayquaza will call down those meteors from the sky. Orange squad is definitely picking apart at this Rayquaza, just poking and prodding. You gotta bring it down, but obviously being disrupted right now from Potato. Our purple Aegislash, who's then brought down. Crucial timing, but then also, wow, so that is going to be right side team. They'll actually get the shield and the goal scoring abilities right here that come with Rayquaza. A little bit different than Zapdos charging the goals. So here they're trying to disrupt those goals being scored, but no, there's Hundo Duncan. Ladies and gentlemen, they are now flying for Orange Squad. Hundo Duncan, you get a Hundo Duncan. You get one. Pick me up a coffee while you're there because Snorlax is also going to get one. Everybody is feeding on it tonight. Here in Theia Sky Ruins, ToonSlim maybe can drop in a Hundo Dunk of their own. Maybe we're going to get the 32 with all point values doubled, but no, we'll be completely interrupted on that one. After that first head, I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, you had to consider they were ahead about 200 points on this purple squad, and then of course Orange just came in with at least 3 Hundo Dunks. Few of the smaller point values dunked in after that. I think you guys know what's going to happen with this score. Here we are, a final score of 568 for that Orange squad to 446 for this purple squad with Toon. I'm sorry to say, that was a wonderful job from this Orange squad. Check out all this battle data. Why not see another one by clicking an in screen on screen? And thanks for viewing.